Right. Right, I think right. All right. So here we go. We have turning an essay for the IELTS exam, the writing section, from what could be lower to something at a higher band, around band 9, I suppose. Outlining the process, here's what we did. Task 1 is supposed to take you about 20 minutes or so, and they ask you to write at least 150 words. So one supporter point that I have, one supporting point for you, is that you can write more than 150 words. That's fine. Okay. Right. It does open you up for more mistakes, more analysis, and that's just something to balance. All right.
Yep.
Okay. Next part here is that we have the next process is you had a speed writing exercise where you had about 10 minutes and then about 5 more additional minutes to plan it in your mind, write it out. And the outline that came out is very good, which is going to be, boom, what is the overview or title of the graph? 2, what is the end takeaway point of the graph? 1, 2, 3, cars, buses, and trains. 4, the graph. And then we're remembering that the person who scores your essay does not really see it. Okay. All right. Do you mind muting on your side?
All right. Yeah, got it. Fair enough.
Yep. And then just quick key when you need. All right, good. All right. Next here we have second process point. After that is going to be that I copied the essay as it was being built and then stuck it into ChatGPT with the prompt clean, improve, and rewrite in 200 words as an IELTS part 1 essay band 9. All right. And that's where ChatGPT probably does have has access to IELTS criteria. Okay, so that would be the good thing there. All right, now, what are the key pointers to see? You can read that below if you like later, but we're going to just go through this right now. If you could discontinue the highlight, that would be helpful. And we'll just outline a couple key components. There you go. Thank you. Okay, this is an illustration here. I would improve this word here. All right, we have depiction, we have graph, we have line graph. Okay, and I think line graph is the winner because that is the best one there. Okay, next one here, everything else is perfect other than, all right, this is a tricky preposition here where it would be in automobiles, on buses.
Not quite.
on
Riding. It should be riding.
commuting each day. Yes, so we can go with UK travelers commuting on automobiles. No, commuting in automobiles, on buses, or on trains. That would be the correct way. Oh man, rough. Okay, so we have here on buses or on trains. Yeah, detailed Magle. All right, next we have here, according to the graph, the cars will be the most used transport option in 2030 with about 9 million commuters using it. Clear, clean, and nice. The population of train riders surpassed the population of bus riders in 2015. I saw this before when I saw you writing it. It's great that you use the word population. I think it's an excellent choice. While the number of commuters who board trains or drive cars increases, there's a decrease in the bus commuters population when compared to its original value. I would change this to and then take out its. All right. Okay. Feel free to chime in with the key. I know it's a pain in the bum. Okay. All right. Here we go. On one hand, the original population of automobile-based commuters was approximately 5 million between 1970 and 1980. However, the population increased from approximately 5 million to about 7 million from 1980 to 2000. Perfect. Okay. Then we have here, you have one then, and then here, I check here. Looks like you used it 3 times, and that's going to be okay. However, I would replace maybe 2 of them with subsequently, consequently, afterwards, those are key transitions that they're looking for. Okay. All right, good. All right, like your nodding face there. We'll put that in the frame. Ah, serious face. Okay. All right, next we have bump. Population of car commuters reached a plateau. That's always nice and standard. I think it's good to throw those in there. Then suddenly the population of car commuters increased onward until the last year. This is a bit vague. I would be a little bit more specific. Okay.
Until the last year of the recorded data.
Oh, fancy. Excellent. Excellente. All right, we have the projected population in 2030 will be close to 9 million people. This is where I have to make a note. Spell numbers less than 10. Okay. All right. 9 or 10 is debatable. Okay. All right. On the other hand, you have everything in here. This is minor, okay? This is minor. I would like the relation of hands here is good, but you have 3 and nobody has 3 hands. So I would make a better analogy, upama metaphor, or yeah, it would be, you can go with 3 columns or 3 lines. No, wait, sorry. 3 lines would be the best. That's the most accurate, right? And then
I
you can
think
go
it would work if I use firstly, secondly, and lastly.
I'd go color, bro. Yeah, I would say the cars and then parentheses blue line. And instead of using hands, okay? As the transition. And then I think that would be vastly improved. If you put in the color component, it's good because we take it for granted, right? But then for a person who doesn't see the graph, it's like it becomes very visually clear in their mind. Right, and that would be good writing. Okay, clear. Okay, so we got there, boom, replacing the transitions there. Okay, because you got, yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's minor. All right, but you do see how it can improve your essay. Fair? Okay, all right, cool. All right, then we got this. Okay, on the other hand, approximately 4 million from 1970 to 1980. Since 1980, the number of bus riders has been gradually declining onward, resulting in more than 3 million bus commuters.
I forgot to add a year.
Okay. And what's the year?
In 2020.
About 2020. In 2020. There's one little small conflict in the sentence that says it's gradually declining, but then you got this more than, and that was a little logically conflicting for me, right? And there's going to be, let's see how we can spin that. We have
In approximately.
In approximately. Okay, that's the easy fix. Fair. Okay. All right. Then here we're doing this fix here. It's going to be one day my kids might basically have a day. Oh yeah, the government funds the same deadlines and this one every day. like a home stance. Color is bus is green. Only grandkids like this. On the green line. And then here it's yellow for train, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. On the yellow line, the number of train. Okay, wait, hold on. Here, 3 million. The population will remain decreasing from 2022 onward, with 3 million bus commuters in 2030 becoming the least demanded mode. Ooh, nice. All right. Oh, okay. I remember I taught you that. Okay, all right. Taking credit when I shouldn't. Okay. We have here bus. I think that's good. It's 3 million. And this is a little over. Oh, I see. Okay, that's why you wrote that. Okay, this one should be this. And that would be the perfect one. Okay, that gives the reader the best sense, I suppose. Yeah, okay, good. Then we have here, boom, done. And then I need to fix these things here. 7 million. And then after this, we're going to compare to the AI one, okay? Bum, 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 and bum, bum. And then we fix these things here. Bum, 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 bum. And notice I'm doing this also in the whiteboard environment as well. That's on purpose because we could totally turn on stuff. That's too true, but it's not always good to do that, especially for test prep. Sometimes everything depends on the process. All right. On the yellow line, the number of train riders was around 2 million in 1970. However, the number of commuters increased. Number of train commuters increased from 3 million, increased to 3 million in 1970. Perfect. Subsequently, the population became stable in 2010 until 2010. From 2010 onward, the number of train-based commuters, nice hyphen, all right, sharply increased, resulting in more than 4 million commuters in 2030. Okay, this is going to be tough for a human to give you the 9 band. Okay, all right, they will have qualms that are could be emotional, right? Could be emotional, could be experiential, based on lots of things. This would be a solid band 7 or 8, depending on the person still. However, yeah, I think a solid 7 or 8. Yeah, solid 7 or 8.
For me, if I submit this to, so before I ask you to do this, right? I actually submitted 10 other like these types of assignments to like IELTS, like markers.
Right.
I usually get like 6.
They usually give you a 6, right? With what you gave before as draft 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you scan the ChatGPT version right here, the thing that I want you to look for that it cannot do is going to be complex sentence structure, right? Now, GPT, as well as your writing, have about 3 sentence templates that are used in almost every point. And that would, I would say, would be the key difference to get that higher band from a human scorer. Okay.
Wait, how do you make complex sentences?
Complex sentence structure. Okay, all right. Let's first go into the templates here. For ChatGPT, that has a very characteristic template. The characteristic template is going to be, you have one sentence that explains everything, and then you have a next sentence that almost always starts with it, referring to the previous subject of the previous sentence. After that, it has some extension or conclusion, and then almost always ends with overall or in conclusion, generally speaking, right? Now, the sentence structure there is going to be where you have subject, verb, and then additional information like time or place, okay? That is a relatively simple sentence structure. Over here, we have, it is observed that, we have passive sentence structure, right? With a reflective pronoun, I believe, for the subject, and then additional information again for the WHs, right? Here you have a transitional sentence or transitional phrase that goes into one clause again here, and then over here, it's a clause and then another clause, which is a while clause, I suppose, right? Then you have here initially between 1970 and 1980, around 5 million. However, after that, conversely, comparison. It's all pretty generic sentence structure. Okay. Right. And like the band that they're looking for to achieve that 7.5, again, where it's a human score trained by criteria and experience, as well as direct examples of looking at all these others' essays and forming their opinion of what each band represents. That's that complex sentence structure. And so how to create it is going to be extrapolating, but sending sentence structure in there that makes it more efficient. So let's go ahead and count the words, right? This is going to be 400, 200 and, oh, I asked it for 200. It gave me 225, right? And then let's check yours here. And this would be the last nifty way on how to get the higher band. Oh. This is 277. Yeah, 277. Now, there is one efficient, nifty little way that you can make this happen in fewer words. All right. That is where you would remove one of these sections here and then combine some of these concepts and describe the intersection. Yep. So if you describe it where you have color, describe the intersection and combine those paragraphs, you'll cut down your word count, and then that will require a nifty little sentence. Fair? Right, where you have to construct a sentence that clearly identifies your cross intersection that now not only serves as your efficiency tool, right? And that's the way to achieve the higher band, because again, the errors in your first draft were not necessarily enough to take you down. 6 band is there. It's definitely AI that would correct it. The stuff that we did could take it up half a point maybe, right? It depends. But then it's still a lot of words. And then that's also one of the criteria. If you're too wordy, it means that it wasn't efficient or you're going off topic. Right. And that's also something that proves good writing as well, which is not in a lot of the courses. So you're going to want a little sentence inside of here where it would start somewhere inside of here and then you would place it in there. How would it go? It would be, what is it again? We have trains and buses intersect at about 2014. Around 2014. Intersects. Good. That's our building here, and then we have we would integrate this here. That would be, we'd have to take out every second sentence, almost every second sentence. And then after that, we would have to integrate this here on that. And then that's where you stick in your years. And then that's where you would include your increase and your decrease in one sentence, in a complex sentence. Does that make sense?
Wait, what again?
Sorry. Okay. What you would be doing right here is that for this point, you're going to be taking this sentence here and talking about the intersection and then continuing on with the gradual increase as well as, or excuse me, the sharp increase and the gradual decrease in one sentence. And then that would be our example of a complex sentence that you could use for your higher band on the IELTS. Clear?
Clear.
Okay. All right. But in backtracking, it's going to be where you would take your time to plan your essay, write it out, and understand that you are going to go about 250 words plus to explain the graph based on your logic. All right. After that, it's where you will try to make sure the grammar is clean for your highest priority. Second one is that you have enough time to review and add in the points to make it cleaner, because they will make a difference in your final band, right? Okay. And then the third point finally is that given enough time or while you're thinking about it as you're analyzing the graph, you're looking for a tool that would decrease your word count in an efficient way with a grammatically correct complex sentence. Got it?
Got it.
Accurate as hell. Okay. All right, cool. All right. I think that's the way. That would be the way to consistently hit 7 up, 7.5 up based on some experience. Okay. All right, cool. We're done. All right. So I gotta turn this off.
Also, can I have like other assignment as well?
Yep. Let me just turn off this live thing.
All right.
I don't know how to turn it off. Okay, all right, hold on. Okay, here, stop share here.